Hi, everyone. These will be our Lenten devotionals. Instead of broadcasting the conversations that we're having with one another, we are going to, I will read each lesson for the day and read the devotion and the closing prayer. And that's what will be on the website and on YouTube. So welcome. So we are reading from and using the curriculum called Leaning In and Letting Go. It's a Lenten devotional by Nicole Massey Martin. So the reading for this day is from Ash Wednesday, starting with why. So it invites you to read Matthew chapter 6, verses 1 through 6, and then 16 through 21. So hear these words. And I will be reading from the Common English Bible, so it's a little bit different from the New Revised Standard. So whatever Bible you have at home is perfectly fine to use. Hear these words for Ash Wednesday. Be careful that you don't practice your religion in front of people to draw their attention. If you do, you will have no reward in heaven. Whenever you give to the poor, don't blow your trumpet as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, so that they may get praise from people. I assure you that that is the only reward they will get. But when you give to the poor, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that you may give to the poor in secret. And God, who sees what you do in secret, will reward you. And when you pray, don't be like the hypocrites. They love to pray standing in the synagogues and on the street corners so that people will see them. I assure you, that's the only reward they will get. But when you pray, go to your room, shut the door, and pray to your Father who is present in the secret place. Pray to God who is present in the secret place, and God who sees what you do in secret will reward you. And when you fast, don't put on a sad face like the hypocrites. They distort their faces so that people will know that they are fasting. I assure you that they have their reward. But when you fast, brush your hair and wash your face. Then you won't look like you're fasting to people, but only to God who is present in that secret place. God who sees in secret will reward you. And stop collecting treasures for your own benefit on earth, where moth and rust eat them and where thieves break in and steal them. Instead, collect treasures for yourself in heaven, where moth and rust don't eat them and where thieves don't break in and steal them. Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. May God add a blessing to the reading, hearing, and understanding of God's holy word. Amen. Nicole Massey Martin highlights verse 1 for us. And in her version, it's beware of practicing your piety before others in order to be seen by them. for then you have no reward from God who is in heaven. I can't have dessert. I'm fasting. My friend was so pleased with her denial that I almost felt a tinge of guilt as I gobbled down my chocolate cake. I was proud that she decided to make a commitment to God and happy for her discipline, especially around cake. As we left our time together that day, I couldn't stop thinking about her comment and how it made me feel. I was both happy and ashamed, inspired and embarrassed, all at the same time. Should I have been fasting too? Public displays of righteousness often seem to have this effect. They make the righteous feel good while simultaneously making the unrighteous feel bad. However, Jesus was not interested in public works. He told his disciples that those people get on earth exactly what they want to be seen by people on earth. But he wanted them to strive for something more than temporary satisfaction. Jesus wanted them to have a relationship with God in which their doing came as a result of their being. He was less concerned about what they were doing and more concerned about why. As we enter this season of Lent, Jesus reminds us that he is more concerned about why we lean in than he is about what we let go. We are invited to fast and serve and pray, not because we'll be recognized by people, but because of our love for God. When God is our audience, no one else needs to know. So whether we choose to eat cake or deny it, or whether we are celebrating in silence or with a loud song, God is most concerned with our motivation, not our activation. And when we have all the right all the right motives, when we have all the right motives, the simple act of leaning in will be all the reward we need. And she closes with this prayer. Lord, help us to let go of outward piety and lean into your unfailing love. Let your presence be our pursuit and your pleasure our only reward. Amen. See you tomorrow.